Hey everybody, Matty LA64 here. I don't know why the fuck I did 64, that's from my gaming channel. Fuck! Anyway, the last couple days have been fucking shit. Oh my god, my fucking mood has been garbage. That's it, girlfriend's dealing with her close friend's mother went to the emergency room. She was like, you need to call an ambulance, I feel like shit, and this lady just never goes. External liver, 90% gone, cancer in her lungs, heart, blood, bones, it's fucking everywhere. They said, you got 4 or 5 weeks, and you're done, chemo, couple months. So, she said, I want to go fucking home, fuck you, I'm done. I'm just gonna go home. That's what I would do too, like, what else are you gonna fucking do? Go through shit misery for 4 months, or just shit misery for a month? Pick one. You know, and I don't know what to do, I'm not close with Courtney's friend, and obviously I'm close with Courtney, and all I can do is, I told her, I was like, I can't help, I can give you hugs, and I can listen, you be there for Sean, and I'll be there for you, in turn, that's the best I can do, and it's just real fucking shitty situation. I never really, especially with mothers, I'm not close to mine, I don't necessarily feel I have one. So I don't get that. I have a disconnect with that relationship, so I don't know what to do. And which is funny because multiple times I'm like an acting grief counselor. I'm kind of the guy to talk to when you're struggling with death. I have decent acceptance over it, mostly because I fucking don't deal with it myself. My way of dealing with death is to help the others around me who are also dealing with the death. That seems to give me some type of closure on the situation. I can help people get out of myself a little bit. It's nice. Other than that, things have been alright. I had Emma up my house for the first time in a month last night. She woke up at about 1 o'clock screaming and would not go back to sleep without me next to her, so I was awake with her till about 5 in the morning. And then I got up at 6 with her, got her breakfast, got her changed, gave her a bath because I didn't give her one last night because I was at a meeting and my girlfriend was watching her. Did all that. Dropped her off at my ex's, went to a meeting, and now I'm at work. And, the death thing, I don't know how to reach Sean, I guess. I really don't. I don't know much about him. This is the generic stuff. When she goes, it'll be nice, just because she won't be suffering anymore. Other than that, it's the very much, your mom's dead. And that sucks, and I don't know how to take that away. And, I was going through it with Courtney the other night. It would be nice if this type of thing happened to some child molester somewhere, or maybe a serial killer, a rapist, something. My understanding is she's a very nice woman. She's a little rough, but she's the type that's like rough and rigid, but has a heart of gold and will do anything to help you. And it sucks when bad things happen to good people. And that's what I told Courtney. She's like, this just sucks. I was like, yeah, it'd be nice. She was like, I don't wish this on anybody. I was like, yeah, but it'd be nice if it fucking hit a child molester instead of some sweet old lady. So that fucking bites. I don't talk too much about stuff like that. I never grieved anything. Fucking, I lost both my grandfathers. I went to my grandfather on my mother's side's funeral, and I don't remember much of it. I was drinking. Pretty good for being 14 years old. And my grandfather's, I wasn't allowed to go because I was fighting with my father. At the time, he had just kicked me out for the second time, and I missed the ceremony. And other than that, there hasn't really been any close people. I mean, I lost people from the service. I lost people I got sober with. I got sober with 48 people. 3 of us are alive and sober, and then there's only like another 10 left. Josh Juris, Mike Mercelino, Jesse DeMule. Fucking real solid people. I had a lot of fucking love for them, and they're all gone now. And that sucks. Boy, it sucks. My buddy Larry Vizina, I met his daughter, and I lived with him for 2 years. And it's tough. It's tough. He kept reaching out to me, and I kept trying to get him to come hang out with me. I didn't ask him to go to meetings or anything, just come hang out with me. And next thing you know, I'm seeing on Facebook people saying that they can't believe this has happened. The world sucks it's gonna suck without you. And couldn't even bring myself to go to the fucking service for him. And that sucks. And my buddy Joe at the last job I had died he was drinking and driving and died. They had a candlelight vigil on the side of the road where he wrecked. And I was able to go to that and help some other coworkers through it, and that helped me. But I lost a lot of good people in my life. It seems more so when I got sober. It's crazy how death impacts you. 2 jobs ago, this is my only third real job. Sobriety fourth. But the one I did originally, this guy, I don't remember his name. He was in his mid-40s. I worked 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I saw him every shift, drinking a 2-liter bottle of Coke and eating McDonald's. And I saw him every shift for 2 years. And one day I didn't see him. In 2 years, he didn't miss a day of work. I didn't miss a day of work. I didn't see him. There was no what's up, how's it going, nothing like that. We never really knew each other. And his parents found him dead in his apartment, heart attack in the middle of the night. And it threw me. It threw me. I didn't know him. I don't remember his name. It was just someone I saw so fucking frequently, and it's weird when they're not there. And it's even more exacerbated and worse when it's fucking someone you're close to, but just the loss of somebody in general is tough. The breakup with my ex, that was the type of loss. You have to process it and grieve the same way, and I'm not good at that. I'm not good with letting go. Not being able to say goodbye when I want to. My grandmother's not doing well right now, and just due to how my childhood was, I wasn't allowed to have a relationship with her via my mother. And I got older, and I started using, and honestly, she's lucky she didn't have me around. And she's not doing well. I just went and saw her in the hospital 2 weeks ago, and they're telling her she's never going to leave there, and her hands are all bruised from the fucking IVs and stuff. She got a big bed sore. Her skin is so fragile, just the medical tape that was holding the oxygen tube, when they took it off, ripped her skin. And I went there with my sister and her fiance. We took the bus out there so I could spend time with her before I had to go to work. And I hadn't seen her. She met my daughter, thankfully, a week before then. And we just kind of hung out, and she was reminiscing about how I used to sit on her lap when I was little. And how I used to go over there with my muddy shoes and run around in the bathtub, and my grandfather would freak the fuck out, and she's like, I thought you guys were angels, and stuff like that. We were laughing, making fun of my mother. And I asked Lynette and Cole prior to getting to the room, before we left, they could give me a couple minutes with her, so I could say goodbye. And I was sitting there, and all I could say was, I'm sorry, Grandma. She just kind of looked at me. I was like, I was never around when I was little, and that wasn't my fault, but when I had control over it, I wasn't around. And I was like, I've been kind of a bad grandson to you, and I love you, and I wish things were different, and I was there for you. I remember hearing that she needed people to mow her lawn and stuff, and she'd just have neighborhood guys do it, and I could have gone and done it. And I was telling her stuff like that, and I was like, I love and care about you, and I wish things were different, and I was there more. It's like, but I can be here now whenever you need me. And she just looked at me, and she's like, for a long time, I didn't think he wanted to know me. I was like, oh, that's not it. And she understood. She was going to Alano. And she just looked at me and said, I'm not going to say goodbye, and I know that's what you're trying to do. And she said, I'll see you later. And it kind of pissed me off that she didn't, say goodbye. My girlfriend pointed out, though, that she's a very religious woman. And to her, see you later, it's like, I'll see you on the other side. See you again one day. And it's just, it's really fucking hard. And yeah. Since then, I don't know how, they had a priest come and everything and talk to her, and they were setting up funeral stuff, and now she's in rehab. Cause she's making a turn for the better, so that's good. And I'm gonna go see her next week at some point. And it's tough. Things are like that with my mom now. She's very sick. She's drinking again, and there's a lot of stuff to me that's keeping me from having a relationship with her because of how things were when I was a kid. And I know when she goes, I'm gonna be sad. When she dies, I will be sad. She's my mom. You only get one. But my older sister Jen pretty much raised us. I look to her more as a mother than my actual mother, and that's where that disconnect comes from. One of the guys I sponsor, and he's one of my fucking best friends. He's a really good guy, and I'm honored to know him. His mother got diagnosed with breast cancer a year and a half ago, and they don't know if she's gonna make it to New Year's this year. Probably gonna be her last Christmas, and I wish I could help him. I really do. I don't know what it's like to lose a mom or really even have one. And I met her. She's a fucking real sweet lady. She hates my guts half the time because I swear like a sailor, and she doesn't like swearing. But I wish I could help somebody. The best I can generally do is, if you need to talk. Like, I'll listen. I'll just sit here and keep my mouth shut. I won't try to advise you or anything. And that's the best I can do, because, like, it's hard. It's just so fucking hard. Everybody dies. I've been faced with my own mortality a few times. Overdoses, blood infections. I lit myself on fire before. I think I told that story. Mortality is fucking scary, but it happens to everybody. It's one of my arguments with me going in the army to my girlfriend is, people, she's like, yeah, people are going to shoot at you and, like, you're at higher risk of dying. It's like, yeah, I am, but I could step out into the street and get fucking swiped by a car that blew through a red light. Like, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go, and I've accepted that to the best of my ability. It's still scary. I have tumors. I have a tumor in my chest, elbow, and leg. And bad kidney pain. I get random nosebleeds and strokes. Like, I'm only 25 years old. It's close to me. My mortality's close to me. Always, and it doesn't weigh on me. My fear of losing people does, though. And it's hard when someone close to you goes to have the mentality it was just their time. It's very hard for me. And it's hard to let go, and it's hard to say goodbye. And all I can really tell people is, be with them now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When time gets short, it does not fucking matter. That's what I have hope for with my mom. Because I know right now it's kind of stupid knowing it'll be like that then, but if she had a month to live, I'd see her all the time. I would. Because it would suck, but I would be there for her. I really would. That's all I can tell people, like my girlfriend's friend, my girlfriend, my sponsee. Just be there for them as much as you can. Like, you have a life to live too, but be there for them, because you don't want to look back and regret not. And that's how I feel with both my grandfathers. You don't want to lose that fucking time. You really don't. And it sucks. Like, Sean's gonna watch his mother waste away. And he's a really fucking good person, and that sucks for him. And Courtney's a really good person, and they're so close, it sucks for her. And all I can tell him, all I want to tell him is just, it's gonna suck. Be there with it. There's still fucking memories to be made. She'll have her good days when she's clear and the pain medication's not making her all cloudy and shit. She'll have good days. And she'll think about stuff that nobody's even remembered. It happens all the time. She'll bring up a memory that you'll fucking love, and you'll have that memory. Close to the end, when you've accepted it's happening, your sense of humor comes back. I saw it with my grandmother. There's still more laughs to be heard and smiles to be seen, and just see them. And it's gonna suck, because you know why you're there. But just see them. And don't let them sit alone. And that's been my goal for a long time. If I know someone's sitting alone and miserable, I'll just go sit with them. I've been with people and psych wings, fucking, they can't get out of bed because they're so depressed, and I'll just sit there with them. It's it, and it sucks. It fucking hurts the insides. But they're not alone. You know, I don't want to live with that regret not seeing my grandfathers that much and only going to one of their funerals. I don't want that regret. I don't want that regret for anybody. It sucks more than fucking just sitting with somebody in their shit. And, yeah. You know, my sponsor, says that all the time. He had a really close friend, and human nature when someone's going through shit or they're dying is to stay away from them. You don't want to see it. And he regretted because he didn't see his friend, and he left him alone. And he was alone the whole time, couple months. Just dying in a hospital, he was alone. And he talks about the regret of not being there with him. And I don't want that for anybody. You know, I know what it's like to fucking come to in an ambulance because I just died. I'll come to in a hospital because I just died. I got told by a doctor when I first got sober. Make phone calls before you go to sleep. Because there's a good chance you're not going to wake up. And have anybody to call. The damage was done from my past. I know if I called my sisters, as soon as they heard it was me, they would hang up the phone. And I was sitting there alone all night. And I woke up 10 days later. Because that fucking shitbag that fucking got stretched into that room deserved the second chance, I guess. And I know what it sucks. It sucks so fucking bad to be on your deathbed alone. It sucked for me. Every time it happened, I got 6 overdoses under my belt because I'm fucking awesome. And the death in the hospital, a couple times I got hurt working. Being alone sucks. It really does. And I don't want to. And it's hard. It's about 50-50 which sucks worse. Laying in a hospital bed alone waiting to die, or knowing someone's laying in a hospital bed alone waiting to die. And I don't want to do either. I don't want anybody to die, but it's reality. And I've had to see it multiple times over the past 4 years. I've had to sit with people that were dying and talk to them and help them just fucking be at peace with it. It's such a fucking huge, gross thing to be at peace with, but if you help them be at peace with it, they can be a little lighter before they go. And I don't know what it is, my need to help people or protect people or fucking my overwhelming desire since I was a kid. If someone was in pain or going to be in pain, I'd take it. Fights at school, fights at home. You know, going to the service, I'll take it. I was talking to Courtney and my beautiful 2-year-old. She'll be 2 next month. And she goes, "You can't enlist. What about your daughter? Like, everybody, what about your daughter?" 2 of the people I served with the first time, one had 2 kids, one had 3. And in my head, if Emma has to grow up without me, because I saved someone with 2 fucking kids, that's 2 kids that get to have their dad. And, like, to me, one, like, I would fucking lay down and die for Emma, and it'd be easy. Be the easiest choice I made if they said Emma would be happy for the rest of her life and safe. If you lay down and die right here, I would lay there, and I would not fucking drink or eat anything until I was dead. That's the God honest truth. Because I'm a father, and that's in here. That doesn't go away. And those guys were like that with their kids. And to me, it would be worthwhile. Emma, if she's anything like me, would know why I did it and understand it. And then 2 kids would have their dad, or 3 kids would have their dad, instead of just her not having her dad, you know? And it comes to that, Courtney and Sean, I want to take their fucking pain away. If I could, I'd take my grandmother's. And I can't. I can try. I can be there. I can listen. That's all you can do. You know, and whatever you do, when you go to say goodbye or be around somebody that's that hurt and that's down, don't bring any of your shit into it. Just be there solely for them. Don't bring up negative shit from the past. Don't try to make an apology. Just go there and be there for them. And that's it. Thank you.